I want to talk today about how I'm cycle syncing. I have been doing this now since I had Lana. I just truly think there is something to this. In the description of this video, I'm going to link my cycle syncing Google Calendar, because I basically reference this on my phone and I'm able to just pull up my Google Calendar and see where I am in my cycle. I also will share a couple apps that I really like using. I'll finish my makeup here, we'll go into Starbucks, get a little bit of work done, hopefully it's not too loud in there, and we will continue this. And I have all my other calendars turned off currently, and I have just one here that's called Cycle and Mood. So for starters, I will show you each one and what each one entails, each phase. And this is all information I have found over various resources on the internet. And then at the end, I'll just talk a little bit more about how I use this throughout the month and how I adjust it. Let's start from day one. So day one technically of your cycle is when you are at menstruation. This right here, each one I'll show what the focus is, things that are good to eat, what you should do, and awareness of what you should just keep in mind throughout that phase. Obviously, we all know we're very exhausted, low energy, and so I have this down as the detoxing, clarity, meditation, and mindset work phase. A lot of people will plan their month, for example, around the start of the month, but for women, this is actually a good time to plan your month. So that's menstruation. Then as we go after menstruation, we go into a phase called follicular. And I like to say that this is plant seeds and play. The focus for here is productivity. You can kind of kickstart your ideas and just set things into motion. What you can do is map out project plans. Physically, you can get out and about. It's a good time to meet up with friends and have fun and just try some new hobbies or pursue anything that inspires you. And then down here, awareness that it might be harder to fall asleep and stay asleep through ovulation. And then as far as physically, this is a good time where it's you're going to be getting bursts of energy. So just definitely pace yourself, because this energy is going to go through a whole week where you're going to be getting into the ovulation phase. Then ovulation is actually the shortest part of your whole cycle. So now have the most energy as far as eating, lots of fruits and veggies. I put some examples here broccoli, cabbage, kale, nuts, avocado. This is also a great time to launch, do front-facing promoting of whatever it is that you are launching. This is when they say women are the most magnetic and are the most energized to get out and about for social settings and have the highest energy. So HIIT training, take advantage of this. And lastly, we have the luteal phase. So I have this as high emotional intelligence and shed the BS, wrap up projects. I have a little fall icon here because they say this is your inner fall. And you'll notice actually with everything here, I've got growth is follicular because this is your spring. Ovulation is your summer. Luteal is your fall, and menstruation is your winter, but I actually wanted to put a chili pepper because I felt that was more relatable than a snowflake. I don't know, I might change that. Going back here to luteal, for me right now, I'm starting to get into my luteal phase, and this focus right now is nurture and rest phase after a busy and demanding ovulation phase. They say that during ovulation, your brain actually is just working with more clarity, but then the closer you get to menstruation, it basically gets into more of a fog and your body is tuning into more of its winter mode where you need rest. This is a good time to create content that connects, I think. And you could this is a great time to finish up projects. So as far as execution, finishing up things, decluttering, and just getting things wrapped up. See what or who is not working in your life. Your tolerance for bullshit at this time is at an all-time low. I read that on a blog and word for word, and I just thought it was hilarious, so I put that in here. So feel free to delete that if you want, but I think it's great to keep. Give yourself compassion, grace, and feel the feels. Give yourself space for self-care. This is definitely something I am working on. I just feel sometimes things get so busy from ovulation straight into luteal, and I still have a lot of tail end stuff to wrap up that sometimes I just feel I never get to the place to give myself space for self-care. So I'm trying to get better about that. I want to book a massage or something like that, like once a month around my luteal phase. Book a spa day. There we go. Yay! And also too, as you go through this, anything that you want to adjust in your Google Calendar, as soon as you save it, just hit. You can say this event, all events, or this and following events. So I just say this and following events, just in case I want to go back to previous formats that I had and then adjust it. When you download this template for your Google Calendar, you can go in and depending on like what your cycle average is, you can adjust this. So I have this set to all day because when you have this set to all day, it's actually going to show as like a banner at the top of your those little blocks in your calendar. Back into it, if you want to adjust it based on your cycle length, you go to custom. So I just say every 28 days, and that's what I have this default set to because that's the average women's cycle is every 28 days. So I just hit done, save all this in all events, and it's the same for all of these every 28 days, every 28 days. So what I love about Google Calendar is that my period comes early. I can literally just take this and I can drag it like that, and I could just be like, oh, just change this one to like menstruation came early, and then I could shift everything like that. So this is a great way to just also keep track of when your period starts, but I'll go into more detail of like the apps that I like to use and track this information too. That is how I use this. Very simple, very easy, and it's a platform that everyone really has access to for free. So I hope you enjoy this calendar. Yeah, let me jump over to some of the apps that I really enjoy using. I am back home and we are actually in the, oh my gosh, Lucy's barking at something outside. I want to show you my couple of the apps that I have on my phone that I like to just kind of refer to when I'm doing cycle syncing or when I'm trying to like follow my cycle. The first one is an app called Stardust. Basically, along here is where I can see like estrogen, progesterone, testosterone levels throughout my cycle. What role each like hormone plays in like a woman's body. Also, this app is so funny because it'll send you notifications that were just hilarious. Like you have permission to scream into a pillow today, stuff like that. Just really funny. So it might lift your spirits too. And why this is the first go-to app that I used for cycle syncing was because I liked when I had the purchased version. You can go deeper and like read more, and it just has so much, and it's a very beautiful app, I would say. The next app I want to show you is an app called MyFlow, and this is going to go into more of like if you want to educate yourself on the food to eat. Again, all of this is stuff that I put into that Google Calendar template, so you can refer back to it, or you can just write down the information that's in that as I had like gone through it. If you want to put that into your Google Calendar, that's going to be such a time saver because as soon as you open your Google Calendar to do something else productive or to plan content for your business or, you know, commit to social engagements, like you'll just subconsciously see that kind of headline bar of that Google Calendar. Google Calendar to be able to see like where your energy levels will be. Maybe don't plan like a really busy week like when you're expecting your period, or like the week before even, or maybe plan all of those social events or like a big trip or vacation or things that require a lot of energy of you. Maybe plan that during your ovulation when you're naturally in your highest energy. Yeah, definitely check that out. Hold on, I need a sip of coffee. I'm still using this mug. This is like my go-to coffee mug. I just love how so what I like about this is it actually has a little feature down at the bottom that says cycle syncing. The main thing I like to come in here for though is for cycle syncing. So to look at the food, exercise, focus, love. So you can look at like, this is free, but then again, like Stardust, you can pay for like the more features. And then the last app, which this one's just called Flow. It's more intuitive and smarter with predicting days that I could become pregnant. So this is the app that I used before I got pregnant. Yeah, I just think that this is the most accurate in terms of like if you're trying to be careful. I like how it gives more of a broad range of dates that you could become pregnant. If you see those blue dates, then you're just like, okay, we're not gonna get, you know, frisky. Like if I were to only be using Stardust, then I would be like, oh, I'm still in the clear if I were looking at the 22nd or the 23rd on Stardust. I would think that I'm in the clear. Whereas over here in flow, if I were looking at the 22nd or 23rd, I would think, oh, no, I can become pregnant if we were to do anything. So check it out, you know, use it as you wish. These are tools. It's just really nice to have this information out there. Lucy's outside barking right now. I need to go grab her, and Lana needs to wake up. Or she's had a fever the past couple days, so I really hope she's okay when I go in there. I hope her fever has broke. As you can see, our ceilings still have to be done. We're in the new house. I think this is the first video I'm filming here in the new house. Since we moved, I couldn't find my little like Joby Gorilla Pod that I love and that I usually place here on the desk. But this is the current setup right now. It's super extra, but I have the gimbal up here right now. Best of luck cycle syncing. I hope this finds you well. I hope this was a lot of good information. Again, check out my template down below, and yeah, let me know how it goes, and best of luck.